Hey guys, welcome to Blueprints. Now, I have played a little bit of this game, but I have not finished it. I have two profiles, as you'll be able to see. So I've not finished it. This one I started earlier today just to get back into it, but I figured we'd start a new game, and I would try to get as far as I can, see how long it takes me to get to the very end. So I have my notebook here with me on a blank page because I have not written anything down on any of my previous saves, which made it really hard, and that's probably why I haven't finished it. But we're gonna try this time, I believe.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Alright. Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all of the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this talent as a lack of confidence. I assure you nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools may be brought onto the estate from outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off, and you may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the success of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. Now, essentially, what all that means is you can see the doors here on each middle part of this room. Each day, the whole house resets. And as we travel through each room, we're supposed to kind of gather intel that we can use to then open this antechamber all the way up here, which is the 46th room that we're supposed to find. You can see different rooms, different doorways, so it's really important to kind of pay attention to where you're going, where you are down here. There's two to the left and right of the entrance hall, just to kind of stay aware and not lock yourself into a dead end on, like, just this second level here. Get yourself a notebook, which I have handy, because this gives you lots and lots of information that's super important to know. Here, since it's a corner, all these actually have the same, so it's not really important which one, but I do like this. So this room is a puzzle room. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation of you to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusion that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles. I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving three boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with your guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Lowry. There will always be at least one true box, there will always be at least one false box, and only one box has a prize within. So, here's the key to the boxes in this corner, and essentially, it's a logic puzzle. So if we start here, the statement on the white box is not true, so we'd go to the white box. There is a second wind-up key in this room. And as long as there is not a second wind-up key, this is false. Which means this is false, so this has to be true. And if this is true, both those are empty, which means this one is full. Which I was wrong. This box and the white box are both... You know, reading the box explains the box. So it should have been this box here, if I had actually decided to read what I had seen on there. But that's essentially the most important part of this entire game, is you may think you know what is going to be said on something, but you do not. I'm going to go ahead and use this lock here to open the trunk. And it gives me another key. Perfect. So there's stuff like that scattered around. You can also use locks to open doors. Doors will sometimes be locked with a key or the key card, which you can find in certain rooms. I'm actually going to do the guest bedroom. So the different rooms loosely give you different things, and there's different things that can be found in each room particularly, I believe. But also the boost in steps is what makes this room really nice. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I'd seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciate that I don't need to know the rules of darts to play Hoping your health improves shortly. KL. I also do know what that game is, and I actually do kind of enjoy it. So I'm excited for when that comes up. Um, I'm not totally sure what each of the colors of the room means. I know purple is the bedrooms. I believe orange is only hallways, so it will always be some kind of hallway or like not any particular room, just point A to B. Green is outdoors. Blue seems to be like various. Red is, I want to say, like more bad rooms for you. Like they don't do that much or they don't lead anywhere. But I'm kind of curious if there's any more to that. So I just got a shovel there, which is why I could dig that up. And there's those kinds of things all over the place. And it's really fun to try and find all of the different types of tools that you can get here. I don't want to spend that many gems. I guess I need to keep progressing forward. Ooh, another dirt pile. Always go to the dirt pile. Ooh, perfect. And that is exactly the reason. You can always find something. Coin, perfect. Metal detector. What does this do? Greater chance of finding keys and gold. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, here's a red room. A lot of them are like no like dead end rooms, or they have a lot of exits, but there's some downside to them. And so it's always a tough choice if those come up because it really limits what you're doing. Nothing on the floor in there. The garage, I know there's a key for the car, and I haven't picked that up. But I could go back and try to get it. How many steps would I need to use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 to get back to the entrance hall. And then I'd have to go all... I mean, I think it's almost too late to do that. Oh, I don't even have a gym. What am I debating for? I'm sure you're all yelling at me saying I don't have a gym and I couldn't do that anyways. See, this is an example of a locked door. That's why you gotta have the nice keys there. And of course, once you open a door, you have to choose a room, which means since I do not have a gym, it has to be the lavatory. And this actually is the first time in my whole time playing the game I have drafted a lavatory. And there's nothing in here, so I'm glad I never have, because there's nothing in there. And now I walk all the way back to the entrance hall. And that's kind of the whole thing of the game, is you could get so close and still never get there. I can't open that. I would have gotten there on one of my runs, but I ran out of steps walking back to that room, which was a tragedy. But I'm determined this time. I will make it there. Oh. And that goes off whenever there is gold nearby, which is perfect. There's a safe right there. Nothing on the safe. I haven't found any numbers. Safe in the picture. Is there any number in here? No. Locked again, and we don't have a key, which means we're going all the way back this time for real. Look through. The thing about this game is you have to be just so observant. They hide things in plain sight and away. And if if you're not looking as closely as you can at things, you'll miss it for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and get the dining room because I'm hoping... Oh, wow. What is this? Oh, dinner is served. Oh, I did make it all the way to the 8th. I completely didn't even realize that. I'm gonna say not yet, because if I click on it again, there is a stipulation here, an additional 10 footprints if you have an aquarium in your house. And since I don't really need the fish right now, I can kind of hunt through and hopefully get an aquarium at some point to kind of boost the effect. Let me make sure that nothing else is in here. And, where's the 8th? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I just got to the 8th rank, which is perfect. That's actually super helpful. I have to choose the chapel. The chapel is annoying, but I need to be better about spending my coins. I think that's a weak spot I have in this game, is that I really do not spend my coins. Okay, well, gotta be the storeroom, because it's the most useful. And a key, and a gem. And is there anything else in this room? I know that there's this picture here, and a chess piece. Nothing else is standing out. Alright. Running through, lose another gold. Sometimes there's gold in this room. Unfortunately, we did not get anything in here. I'm still going to save that fish. I feel like the fish will come in useful later, especially if I can find that aquarium. But, for now... Okay. This is locked. So I do have an opening if I get locked in somewhere down here. But I don't want to take the locksmith because I don't want to lock myself in immediately. Perfect. More food. Gold. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, just as we have been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. Are we the guest? Because we started off with 50 steps, didn't we? So do these total... An apple was just there, right? And I got two steps from the apple, so I would have gotten 10 steps total. I guess you could use that to figure out how much each food is worth. The breaker box, the security... I don't want to cut myself off yet. Oh. Ominous. This game is very good at building tension in the air. Like, it's almost like scary as you walk into rooms sometimes. And it really builds this atmosphere as you're exploring. That's just so cool. Man, this house is old. You could tell the guy that just our great uncle that just died was not with the technology. So this has... Is it every room type that it has a camera in? That seems like there would be too many rooms to do that. There's a lot of screens. You can see it's almost live. It's a little delayed, so I'm not going to call it live. is true. Red Mimos lies. Okay, so that's like over here. Perfect. So this is a lie. So until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. So this is a lie, which means it is locked. We need to find a lever to open it. And this is a true one. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Staff notice. Effective first week of December. Payroll. Blah 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 blah. Nothing super interesting. This we will need to get. That will be super nice. Where is... Oh. Just on the floor. Perfect. Yeah, because right now, the good thing about the security room is... Oh, that's the wrong one. I know where I'm pressing. Is we can change the keycard system. So the security level... I'm going to go with low for now. And then we want it to be unlocked when it's offline. So now the room we're going to be looking for sure is the breaker box. Perfect. Yep. Don't have a gym, so I couldn't do the other room anyways. But now we can turn the keycard entry system off, and now any door with a keycard will be free to open. It won't take any keycard or anything, so we don't need to find that. I'll just turn these on. I like having all these on. I don't know. Okay. That, I don't know what to do there, so I'll keep an eye out for some hint. But now, actually, I just saw somebody do this, and I thought it was super smart. Keycard settings. If we set the security level to high, it should be more likely instead of normal locked doors, I believe. And since now we have the ability to open keycard doors without anything, it'll be a lot easier to go through keycard doors. So I want to go to the boudoir. Boudoir. Oh, that's the wrong room. Nothing there. Is this the right way? Yes, it is. Perfect. Don't want to open that because I need my key. Perfect. Okay, so the dark room... I have to go with the dark room. I'd cut myself off otherwise. Can we change this in the breaker box? I'm gonna go try. I have a lot of footsteps, and if we need to, we can eat the fish. I think we can turn the lights back on. And that would be really helpful. Because I want to know what's in the room. I want to get all the secrets I can. The games like this, I feel like you're not appreciating it unless you're going for all the secrets. Wasn't this on? I thought I turned it... Well, it's on now. But anyways. I thought that was on before. Maybe it was glitched out, or maybe I saw wrong. You know, that's definitely not off the table. But now we should be able to go in there and find out if that worked. Also, I love this room giving me 2, so it's just a net neutral to walk through. Okay, perfect. Print notice. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. Okay, so is it... something? Should I be looking for something in the pictures? Tiger. Valdez. I think that's Sinclair. It's that same picture out there. Okay, maybe... Oh. I can't see what that says. It's too blurry. Okay, I think there's nothing to get from in here. Yeah, nothing else on the table. Okay. And we can use this. Okay, we're in a bit of a tough trick now, because we have to go with this, so we gotta have something to turn us back around. I do know how to work this, I believe. Look up. Okay. Now this is one of my favorite rooms, because I think there's only good things that can happen to you into this room, at least that I've gotten, and it's always nice to have some kind of help. Alright, so each time you open this, there's another star that will open up, and it gives you a boost. So next time, it's not like the same boost, but increased. It'll be different things. Oh, it says right here. Perfect. North. So this. 2 trunks to the entrance hall, plus 3 steps, plus 1 gym. Rooms with 4 doors are more common. And so it's just a really nice room to have. Do these do anything? If I spin them enough? Do they land on the same place? No, they don't. Interesting. They don't seem to do anything, though. Okay. Now, I think that actually may be all we can do, because we don't have a key. Do we? We can't get a key anywhere, huh? Man. And this is why the game can be tedious and take a long time to get to the end, because sometimes you just don't have enough luck to go through. There's nothing... I guess, don't I have... Yeah, the metal detector would be going off if there was anything, which is unfortunate. So now, since we're out of rooms to go, call it a day, and you move on. And we're hoping for tomorrow to be better. I really want to open the garage. I think there's a way to do that. But it requires a very specific setup, if I remember correctly, because you need the car keys. And I believe the car keys are like a random chance in spawn in a room. So we're gonna go right this time. Try and switch it up, do something a little different. I like the hallway. Hallway is always a nice one. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. And this is false. Okay, so is the West Wing just the west area? Because they felt pretty locked when I was there. I'm gonna get the breaker box here because it's at the corner, and so it's not a huge deal for it to be away. Yeah, it was, maybe the dark room like shorts the breaker and you have to come back to turn it on. I don't know. I guess we'll find out if I draft a dark room. But don't want the lavatory. That did not do anything. I'm gonna go ahead with the parlor because can try and find, I believe, just gems. I don't know if anything else can spawn in here. Blue box is empty. the blue box is true. This is the blue box, which means it's true. That's true. That has to be false, so the blue box is full. Yes, perfect. With 2 gems. And there's nothing in here, right? Hunt through every single corner and crevice. Trying combining words there. And bedroom. Bedroom is the only one that moves me on. Can't take the hat. Car picture. Can't spin that globe. Seems empty. Empty, empty. Greetings from Reddington. Can't flip that around, okay. Woman. Is this her room, or is that Sinclair's wife? Or daughter, or someone? I guess we'll never know. I'm gonna keep rotating through. I don't want to use a gem unless I need to. So I'm kind of holding on to them. This is the safe room. No combination yet. No combination. The den, the nook. I want a key. A key would be super, super helpful since I don't have one yet, and I don't know when I'm going to come across a locked room. And I really do not want to lose to not having a key again. The den feels good. It gives me 2 options. Oh, there's a lock there. I don't want to use my key just yet. I want to try and find where, so that could go up. This would be good so that green rooms are free. This is good for like future proofing my need for gems. At least a little bit. I'm kind of feeling confident. Let's go drawing room. I think we're up far enough that I don't mind using some more gems now. A lot of paintings in here. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Okay, so this is one of the rooms that makes it so you can try and, or you can get a new set? Yeah. So where, the corridor's not bad because it's guaranteed to be open. I could redraw and try and get something. I'm gonna try and redraw. See what I get. Security is not bad, but it uses a gem. I want to do security because in here I don't think the key card system will stay offline. Yeah. So it changes back to what it was each day. And since I got the breaker box room and I've turned the keycard system off, now I'll be guaranteed to open any room with a keycard exit. Is there anything in any of these rooms that I should be like watchful for? Nothing moved there, that was just my mouse. Nothing. That room that I'm looking at, that looks like the same as that one. So, are there repeat cameras, or do they just look similar? Okay. Yet to be discovered. Yet to be seen. That requires a key. This one doesn't. Perfect. Lose half your steps. So that's a huge loss. I do not want to use that. Let's go with the spare room. Because I can't draft the other one, and I will not draft that. Okay, what? I kind of want to go up more if I'm going to use a key, so let's go ahead and do that. Give me something. Okay, I don't want from what I've seen, the red rooms feel useless. And as curious as I am, and I want to get every room open, I don't want to lock myself in to just red rooms. So this one's not terrible, I guess. I got a boost. Oh, whenever you draft a bedroom. Okay, so I'll just draft a bunch more bedrooms and hopefully kind of make this worth it. Anything? Nothing on the ground. I can't pick anything up. Anything in the cribs? A key, perfect. Ooh, and a book. The Red Prince. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. He never looked up for the fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we've said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, the book is quite near you, in fact in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book, the red book we just read. Is this us, then? Very red. Does that mean, is there more about him in one of the red rooms? Because there definitely was not more about him in the lavatory. And I hope there was not more about him in the gymnasium, because that would eat through my footsteps that I have left. And I don't have a gym. Okay, so this is tough. I'm gonna use the storeroom. I think getting a key and a gym, especially since I've just screwed myself out of a decent path because I didn't have a gym, I think that's going to be really important. And I can go down into here. What is this? The den, and try and open to a new area. Okay, so the corridor, the office I don't want and I couldn't get. The chapel. The chapel's not bad. I could go down with it, and it kind of, if I ever need to get back to the entrance hall, it makes it easier to get there. Is this a red book? Can't open that red book. Another chess piece. I can't grab them, so I don't know what significance they hold, but... okay. This is the issue. I'll go with this, because I think I get the boost from the nursery, yeah, and then I get another boost from going in here. That is the one talking about the billiard room. Nothing on there. Another chess piece, another pawn. I think that's the second pawn. Isn't there a pawn in the storeroom as well? Or is that a different piece in there that I can't remember? Either way, we can keep moving. I want... another gym would have been really good to find in there. But... beggars can't be choosers. Can't pick up the hat. I'm gonna go with the commissary. I don't really want to spend that coin, but it's... I do not want to have to go all the way back. Commissary will close from day 12 to day 16. This is a lie. I don't need to read that. Another staff notice that I can't read the password from without... with bridge without bride. Bridge. Two-letter difference without the R and the G. No coin, so I can't buy anything there. doesn't turn on. Nothing around there is clickable. We'll go with the pantry. And we can kind of connect down. Ooh, banana. And coins. I don't want to go back in there. Oh, a dark room. A mail room. Okay, I'm gonna go with the dark room. That's the only one that doesn't... Oh. Oh, the door was just opening. Okay. This is the only one that doesn't, lock me out. And... can I assume what happens is it flips the breaker. Yeah, so I'll have to turn that back on whenever I go into a red room, or a dark room. So, boom. Now we're in here. What is this? A broken lever. Interesting, okay. Do I need a broken lever to get into here? Because I know one of the notes said that it was unlocked, and that was a lie. So maybe I'll need a lever to get in there. Anything here? Pool table. This is the other game that it was talking about. So I'm actually pretty good at this one. Not to toot my own horn at my math skills. But 19. This inner row is adding them, so this should be 14. This middle one is subtracting, so this should be 9. And then 20 minus 2 is 18. This is multiplication, if I remember correctly, so 5 times 4 is 20. And then you go in order of operations, which is like in to out. So, let's see. It'd be 14 minus 7, which is 7 times 2, which is 14. Perfect. And 2 keys, which means I am feeling very confident going up to the higher areas. Dining room is actually going to be nice because I've had to walk around so much. Haven't gotten there yet, so there's no food here quite yet. A purse? Coin purse. Every time you collect 3, you earn an additional 1. Nice. Nothing seems to be in here. Oh, are you kidding me? No, there's no other room I could have gone through either, is there? I needed those gems. Ah, and there's nothing. I can't. No, no, no door, no door, no doors, no doors. Damn it. Well, you can see what we get here. These two. 2 items, only 2 items. Shoot. Well, I think that's the end of this run. I do want to, I think in the den up here, there was a trunk that I could open. And I'm gonna go ahead and open that now. At least see what's in there, since I am not gonna be doing anything else. No, nothing I missed. I assume this needs a number. Yeah, I can't just use a key to open it. Let's go through. And perfect. Unlock it. What's in here? Ivory dice for drafting you may use. No, oh my gosh. And I get that immediately. I should have opened this before. Oh my god. Okay, well, let's go. Is there anything I can buy? Can I destroy a floor plan once I've drafted it? I get a shovel. A salt shaker? What does a salt shaker do? Whenever you eat food. Okay. Well, that's going to be all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that eventually we get through and we can find everything that we can in this, because I'm super interested in this game. I really want to get here and find all of the secrets that I can in here. I want to get that garage open, but we'll have to work towards that. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.